Hey, welcome back, my fellow humble investors. It's me, E.T. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a self-taught investor who likes to think of ways to increase one's net worth. And one of the ways that I'm trying to increase my net worth is by becoming an owner and investor in Humbl. And guys, last week, it was rough. It is without a doubt that the Humbl Nation got smaller last week. Boy, I tell you what, the price action for last week, it started off the week like a roller coaster, getting to the top, and a drop that seemed like it went on forever. But let me tell you, those of you who held tight, still hanging on, the key thing to be successful with Humbl over the long run is we need to be patient. On Thursday, when it got down to 40 cents, and just so happens that I was reading this book called the 5 a.m. Club, and one of the passages that I read and I highlighted, it talked about patience. It said, if the road gets tough and requires some patience, we think we're on the wrong path. That's a true statement. You know, even with myself, I started thinking, my goodness, what's going on? And I have to realize, number one, I need to be patient. Number two, the price of the stock is not the company. And the company is not the price of the stock. I had to remind myself of that. And as a result, and you'll see when you look at my current position within Humbl, I actually bought some more. All right. So I believe that patience is going to be the key. I think that in the long run, the path that this company is on is the right path and a path for growth. So let's take a look at any news that happened last week, the price action for last week, and also my current position in Humbl and also the Humbl Financial ETXs. Humbl Nation, you know what? Last week was a rough week, and now is the time to be patient. Take the advice of Warren Buffett. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. I honestly believe that with us being patient, hanging on to what we have, building on the positions that we have, and letting Humbl do its thing, I think that we will reap the benefits of that in the long run. But for now, we just have to be patient. Let's take a look and see what type of news and price action in my current position that I have and what went on last week. All right, the only news for last week was this here. George Sharp is returning back to Humbl as an advisor. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but here's the article. If you guys want to read the entire article, the link will be in the description below. I want to just emphasize one piece of the article that Brian said. And he said, a NASDAQ listing will not be achieved in the short term and is by no means assured. There are many steps to contemplate, and we will provide updates only when necessary. However, we do believe that this endeavor will enable new groups of investors to consider Humbl, whom would otherwise not be able to invest in the company or its stock. We therefore ask our Humbl shareholders to be patient. Keyword, new theme, patience, and assured that we are working hard to bring additional value to them. All right, let's take a look at the price action for Friday and also for last week. All right, Friday we opened at 40 cents. Yes, I said it. That's what I said, 40 cents. And we were able to close at 59 cents. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But look here, what the volume on Friday, 26 million. And we see that the average 10-day volume was 10 million. Wow. Now, if we take a look at the last 5 trading days of last week, we see that overall, the trend line is flat. You know, we started at 60 cents and we ended at about 60 cents. But I tell you what, between those, the start and the finish, that was a hell of a roller coaster ride. We got so down, we got so far down to 40 cents. At 40 cents was, well, it was a thriller, that's for doggone sure. And as you can see, after we hit 40 cents, the rock bottom, we bounced up from 40 cents, started trading around 50 cents. And then, I don't know if this is the time that it was announced that George Sharp was coming back, but, you know, I'm pretty sure it coincides with that look at that spike that we had there. And hopefully we can see some further carryover on Monday. Hopefully next week will be a much better week. This here is the short volume for Friday. As you can see, with that 26 million in volume, 32% of that was short. But if you remember last week, we were at almost 60%. And for that week, the volume of shorts went down, and on Friday, 32%. And within the last 72 hours, Humbl is the #1 search stock out of the 50 most searched stocks. This is my current position in Humbl, and as you can see, on the 18th, I picked up another 1,000 shares at 40 cents. I couldn't resist that. I got it at 42, but I had to play it. I know. I have an addiction. I have a problem, but I couldn't help it. I had to. With that, it brings my total shares in Humbl up to 12,500. I reduced my cost basis from 140 to 132, and I am still down 55% in Humbl, but I do have diamond hands. This here is the Humbl Financial ETX. I added $400 last week to my ETXs. I put $100 into Block 10 and another $100 into the Block Global Enterprise and $100 in the Block 3 oscillator and the Block 5 oscillator. And as you can see, total investment was about $1,900 total. We're sitting at $2,077.64. That's a 9% increase. The crypto market last week was just as volatile as Humbl was last week. And remember, the prior week I was at 21%. The week before that I was at 41%. So looks like the crypto market is definitely bouncing back. This here is a month-to-month chart to show really the value of my crypto investment. Well, there you have it. Down 55% in my Humbl stock position. I'm up 9% in my Humbl's ETX position. You know what? Both the crypto overall market and also Humbl was very volatile last week. It was a rough roller coaster ride last week. I believe that both of them will bounce back. With all that being said, guys, I will see you guys next week on the next update. And if you like this content, make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Guys, I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.